What's up, guys? Welcome back to the That's Sowdev podcast. My name is Dev. Obviously. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I appreciate you. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're streaming on YouTube, welcome. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. If you're listening on your favorite platform, make sure you rate this podcast and this episode. I love that for you. We got a lot of tea to get into today. But before we get into the tea, make sure you go ahead and follow me on all social medias at That's Sowdev on Twitter, Instagram, and especially YouTube. Like I just said, child, we kind of popping over there, okay? So today we're going to be discussing something that has been on my mind, okay? And I've been seeing it being discussed for a very long time. And I think it's time for me to just kind of, turn on the podcast and discuss, because it's kind of some tea. Okay, so look. Okay, let's start here. It cost $0.00, okay? I mean $0.00 to support your friends. Zero. It's amazing to me how people who don't know you have the most energy for you that I've ever seen in my life. Now, while we're discussing this podcast, none of what I'm saying is personal. None of what I'm saying I've taken personal. We're speaking about this from a standpoint of a person who used to be impacted by this many years ago, but have grown to be comfortable in their own space right now. The space that I'm in right now in my life, I get more love on everything I do from people I don't know, which to me at this point, it's totally fine with me. I don't need people I know to like a post, to share the post, to view the post, to do anything. But what is interesting to me is that I see people who will view your story, right? Let's say people view your Instagram story. All of those people who viewed your Instagram story of you sharing the post that you just posted, but nobody who viewed that story liked your post, but they viewed your story. So you went to go have an inside look on my life, but you didn't want to support what I've been creating, what I'm posting, blah, 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 because everything that a creator, especially at my level, because I'm not some world famous digital creator or whatever, blah, 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 but I hold weight, right? So everything that I do benefits me, essentially. I am essentially gaining off of everything that I post and I do in many different ways. Let me give you a little insight on, because here's the thing. Oh, and Instagram likes don't matter, but dislikes don't matter, dislike don't matter, right? All of this stuff is just in the realm of social media where it doesn't really exist outside of the world, but it can have outside world impacts. So let me give you a little insight here very quickly. That Instagram post or that Instagram reel that somebody just posted, right? One like is unique. One like that comes from each profile in person is unique because of the fact that each person has their own lane. Each person has their own algorithm. Each person has their own section. So one person over here is rock down and an older crowd. Their like is essentially going to boost you in the algorithm in that direction. Each person, this person over here is pop, a younger crowd. They just liked your post. It's going in this direction now too, while also going in the opposite direction. Now, do you see the two different directions that this is going into based on 2 likes alone? That is what simply a like or 2 can do. Oh, this reel just had 20 views. Those 2 likes just gave it 150 to 200. And a lot of people don't see how this helps another person. And people, when you are at a certain point where I am, you're monetizing what you're doing. So that means doing what you love is not essentially making you money. And what can help further that for you is support. And now the support at this point for me, it doesn't matter where it comes from. It doesn't matter who doesn't like what I do. It just matters who does like what I do. And there are a shit ton of people who like what I do, which is why I can be comfortable in my space. I can go post something on Instagram, it get no likes, but I go over on fucking YouTube and it got about 50,000 views. So for one, you definitely have to know your audience, right? And that's what's ultimately going to put you in a position to be comfortable. But again, no likes on Instagram, no likes on here, that doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. If it has no likes, that's totally fucking fine. Because the way that my social media is structured, it's not necessarily structured to engage with you to gain more followers. It's to update who's already following me. I haven't been going out of my way to build my following. That's not necessarily what I care about in this moment because of the comprehension that it doesn't matter. It doesn't. But also at the same time, it's like, well, it could, right? It could matter. It could be one of those things where it's like, okay, you don't engage, but what could help you, even though you don't engage, could be the baseline of support that you get from the people that follow you. But when you have those ghost followers, it sends you nowhere, right? I mean, if you look at a lot of people who have Twitter, and I'm going to use this as an example, Meghan Trainor, go look at her Twitter. How many people follow her versus how many people engage with her Twitter? But does she use her Twitter to engage or update? Right? There is just a big difference. She doesn't have a social media presence, so the engagements aren't there, and they're not going to be. Why would they? Right? So a lot of those people are essentially ghost followers, and those happen a lot. You'll find a lot of lesser known accounts on Twitter who have large followings but not as big of engagements, because to people the amount of followers matter, but it doesn't really matter if they don't engage, right? So when I'm on YouTube and I'm getting all of these numbers and blah 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 blah, I'm actively engaging to grow my baseline following. I'm engaging with the people who are commenting on my videos and saying, oh, this video's coming back out, this video's coming out, blah blah blah. Get them excited, get them to want to come back and to stay by making them feel welcome and a part of the community, because they are. So that I really invest in YouTube, and that's why on YouTube I really do have this baseline of support that stems out from YouTube, right? When I go share my links on Instagram, on Twitter, it's not bringing those people over. Those people are already over there with me, right? So these links that I'm posting are just gardening these unique views and likes, because again, let's say 5 to 50 people could possibly click on an Instagram link. Who the fuck knows? I actually don't pay attention to that too much, but let's just say that's the case, right? Okay, so let's say 5 people. 5 people went to go view this video. That's 5 unique views I just got on YouTube, right? 5 people viewed it, 3 people liked it. That's 3 unique likes. That just boosted my algorithm to go to another batch of people to also get more unique likes and views as well. So the little things like a like or whatever or a share can ultimately support your friends in a much bigger way. And people don't realize that. It's free to support your friends. By me going to like your post, I just boosted you in the algorithm and potentially got you more money to monetize. So supporting your friends is fucking free. Supporting your friends is motherfucking free. I will never understand why people do that. Why people will watch you and watch what you do, but not support you. If you don't support me, that's fine. The issue isn't whether or not I'm mad you support me or not. The issue is that you want to watch and you don't want to support. If you don't want to support, don't watch. I just think that that's fucking simple. But we're also in a time where a lot of people who do this are the same kind of people who I've personally seen talk behind people's backs and then go to their face like nothing has ever happened. And that shit is so funny to me. And, because what's funny to me, and I've said this several times, because I don't post anything on my Instagram story or anything that gives people an extreme inward look to my life. Because when people post on your story, they're like, oh, what are you doing today? Let's see what you're up to today. Oh, what's your life look like today? This is a real-time view of your life. So I never, ever show a real-time view of my life. You'll never see a post of me doing something right then and there. It's going to be days prior. I'm going to stretch that shit the fuck out. I'm not posting till I'm not at the location. All of that shit. It is a very, very kind of calculated type thing. But it's also at the same time the way you got to move for several things. For one, for safety. But second, at the same time, be fucking for real. Like no. And here's where I had to separate things. I had to separate a personal from kind of the business thing, because now at one point it was kind of personal once I started, everything that I am doing right now. Once everything, got the ball rolling, it kind of was. It was like, oh, well, why you ain't? But as we really got to the point, because at some point I stopped doing this for fun, cuteness, blah, 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 and it became a business, and it started getting fucking serious and became what it is now, which is kind of crazy to even think about. But it was kind of like, oh, okay, so none of this shit actually matters, because I can get 1 million views overall on YouTube and not get any energy from anybody on Instagram. To me, it no longer matters, because it doesn't add anything to the experience for me. The experience is much more fruitful knowing that people love my shit. The people that don't know me love this shit. The people that don't know me are fulfilled. There are people who are going to my YouTube channel and are having the worst fucking day of their lives, and they go to watch a YouTube channel while they're depressed and stressed as hell, and it brings some joy into their lives. It brings something to their lives that it used to bring me. That is my why for doing all of this. Why do you do this? Obviously I enjoy it, but also at the same time, look what it does for others. Look what it did for me. I now do that. That's fulfilling to me. That's really all I need. I don't need the likes. I don't need this, blah, 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 blah. All the stuff that I took personal on all my other social medias at the time from the people that I actually knew, I now just generally get that all the time. Now, what I can say is, over time, there is a quality group of people, and they know who they are. I don't have to explain or say their names, but they know who they are, and they have been supporting me on a regular basis. And these are the same people, and I love that. I absolutely love that. So, I have garnered a support system that is so fucking quality that it's not even funny. It's really not. And those really are the people who do give me my tins and my flowers and are like, bitch, this may not be it. So that does it for me. That's the only thing that I need right there, right? Because all of those people that are sitting there looking and watching and not supporting, what is that doing? I find that to be weird energy. That's all. What's the issue? Why can't we support our friends? One of my good friends posted a YouTube video. I'm like, oh, my bitch is back. I posted it on my YouTube channel. I'm posting her links and all that stuff, and it doesn't cost me anything. But I know that my sis is good at what she does. I know my friends are good at what they do. And if I have the opportunity to support them and I do have that extra space to just do something really quick and easy, that's what I'm going to do. People are like, oh, that's so nice. Why the hell aren't you doing that? Do you know how easy it is to hit the share button and copy and paste a quick link? Do you realize that you could have just helped somebody make some money? Do you? Wow. Bitch, this shit is so funny to me because I've had so much time to sit with this topic. I mean, I've had years to sit with this topic before I actually made it a podcast because, for a while making a podcast, it was just like, oh, well, so-and-so may potentially take this personally or blah, 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 blah. Bitch, I said, fuck that at some point, honestly. Like, I don't give a fuck about who thinks what or who takes what personal. I'm not living for any bitch that's on this earth except for my motherfucking self. So it's time for us to be serious. Half past time for us to be serious, actually, bitch. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. Because I was just talking about this to somebody the other day, and it was so hard to baffle at the idea. And I don't get it. I do not get it. And there are some people who genuinely will reach out in private and send you a nice, cute message, which is great. Oh, thank you so much for sending me a nice, cute message rather than commenting under my goddamn post like I'm some famous bitch, because I'm not. I'm definitely working towards making my name very rich, and my name is known in some serious places, bitch, but I'm not Beyonce, or you know what I mean? Because you will attend a lot of this shit and people will just think that, when you... And this is the root of it. This is the root of what I'm about to say. When you are building yourself in the space of the entertainment industry, I think people think you're chasing fame. And that's not the case. I have no desire to be famous. I have no desire to be picked apart. I have no desire for people to do research into my past. I'm human, okay? And people will eat me the fuck alive in the public eye, okay? So I'm totally fine not having that, okay? My name is rich, doing a lot of shit behind the scenes. That is that. I worked very hard to start making my name rich behind the scenes. And that has become a very fruitful thing for me, okay? And that is good enough for me. My music, I want the music to just be something that is an outlet for me that's fun. It's been a bucket list. All the things that I'm doing, they're bucket lists and shit that I said that I would be doing. So, with that being said, I am not eyeing fame. Shutting that down, period. I feel like a lot of people feel like that I am. I don't feel like that bothers me because, what I'm doing, some people have to make sense of what you're doing, because why are you going to all these events? Why are you doing all that? Obviously, I'm building a brand. I'm building my name. I'm doing a lot of things with the platform that I have created, which is That Sowdev. I'm literally a walking brand. And that's a huge thing that I've discussed with my therapist. Like Devin, good. You are a fucking walking brand. But the best thing about being a walking brand and being in the space of having a therapist is that the biggest thing that I've been discussing is that I'm not going to be a fucking fraud. I'm going to be whoever the fuck I am. And if you don't like it, that's fine. This is That Sowdev. So if you're following That Sowdev, you're following That So Fucking Dev. But it's like constantly being in the space of therapy and accountability and, making sure that the words that you are speaking into other people are things that you embody, things that you mean. I say self-care at the end of every fucking podcast. Am I doing that myself? That's the question, right? So I'm constantly making sure that me being a walking brand is truly a representation, again, of the platform that I've created, which is awesome. And I've worked very hard to create this platform. I have. This platform has become like a self-reflection in a way. And at the same time, a dedication to my father. The last name So lives on forever through this brand. How iconic is that? The thing about it for me is that, this brand is more than YouTube reactions, blah, 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 blah. The brand is about the why. Why that Sowdev? Because I've spent so many years of my life hiding who Dev is that I'm no longer afraid. I no longer carry that trauma of hiding who Devin is. Devin is on display. I'm living my truth in who I am loudly and boldly. That's Sowdev. It is me, ho. Hello. That is why that's Sowdev. Why YouTube, I just told you. To give that joy and that love and that feeling back to people that I got from reactors. And I do that. I am fulfilling purpose. This platform is fulfilling purpose. And this platform means something. And it has something behind it. So when there are people who are around who claim to have love and blah, 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 and are watching and they're seeing this thing grow and they're just watching. Of course, a person is going to be like, well, damn, what's tea? I mean, I don't expect nobody to take none of this shit on themselves, because why would they? This is my motherfucking brand. I don't need anybody to do this. But if you are going to continuously pass this idea that you love a person, that you care, that you blah, 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 why aren't you supporting them in a free way that takes no time? Liking that post takes 0 minutes and $0. Sharing that post takes 0 minutes and $0, especially while you're already sharing a story. Interesting, isn't it? It's so interesting to me. We live in a world that's very fake. None of this shit on social media matters. And I've indulged in social media my entire fucking life. And I don't think that I've been more awake in the realms of social media than I am now. None of this shit is real. But again, it can have real impacts. All the excess BS and drama on Twitter. Twitter's not real. It's not. I hardly share any of the shit that I do on Twitter. I don't care if somebody retweets it. I don't care if somebody likes it. I don't care if it goes viral. Because going viral on Twitter does what? It doesn't send anybody over to the app. Like, Twitter's basically like a third party to send bitches over to Instagram or YouTube or whatever. Just click on the link and it'll send you over there. Like, that doesn't do anything. Even if you go viral. You can have 15 million people view your tweet and then your video only have 550K. So, no, it doesn't add up. Which is why I don't care. I don't need to go viral on Twitter. I don't need you to like it. I don't need you to retweet, to be honest. If you do, awesome, fantastic, yay. You probably just helped me reach another 50 to 100 people, to be honest with you. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Brand visibility is a total thing, which is why I can see Twitter, that's why I think me having a Twitter is such a good thing with that. So, brand visibility. It doesn't necessarily have to mean, oh, this is going to equate to more views, or this is for sure going to bring more people over to your channel or your Instagram or whatever. Like, no. brand visibility. They're going to be people who recognize the brand logo. So they're going to recognize the brand logo. They go on Instagram, they see the logo, they know who that is. They go to YouTube, they know who that is. They know of this person. It's brand visibility. It's not a brand guarantee. But you know what I mean? It's, again, like making that brand a bit more richer in a sense of, again, just being visible to everyone's eye. Because the amount of people that you probably will reach on Twitter, God knows how many people. Everything that I do, from my Twitter rants to the updating of my Apple Music top 100 streaming songs of the year every month, like the many different things that I do that hit different corners of spaces, like you're seeing my profile picture, which is my brand logo. The videos that go viral on YouTube, I have almost 1 million views on YouTube. That's almost 1 million people who have come across my brand logo. There's a lot of things that I do. I post my logo on a regular basis on Instagram. Each logo is attached to the podcast promotion, whether it's in my story, whether it's on my Instagram post. Yeah, it's everywhere. Each podcast, maybe it's Jersey Shore, maybe it's Riverdale, maybe it's Fourth Impact, maybe it's music, maybe it's TV, maybe it's whatever the fuck it wants to be. In each section that it reaches is seeing my brand logo. On top of that, we can't forget about baking So Sweets, That's So Sweets, That's Sowdev, That's So Radio. It is a brand. It is a brand, and it is going to grow to become its own thing. Period. It already is. It already has. It's fucking iconic. It actually is. Watching my brand start from this fun, cute little YouTube channel that I no longer post YouTube videos on. It's just kind of this capsule of the beginning of, well, That's Sowdev. I didn't even brand it as That's Sowdev. I started a new YouTube channel so that way I can completely focus on this channel being about the brand. And that's what I did. It's a very cohesive YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is very cohesive. My Instagram is very cohesive, whether it's my business or my personal. My business and my personal Instagrams kind of intertwined, just so that way what's on my personal can transfer over to my business. And that is the case because I can collaborate on the posts. I do a lot of work. I gather all the promo cards so that way I can post on my Instagram feed about the podcast. And then I get my Instagram story promo card. And then I post it on there for each thing. And then I take the link from each individual streaming platform and post that, sometimes on my Instagram story, but definitely all the time on my Twitter. I will go from a YouTube video and I will share that video to Twitter, and then I will take that link and then I will post the link inside my Instagram story attached to the post of the video that I just shared on my feed. I do so much fucking work. People don't know how much work I do. All the fucking work that goes into making an artist survive and be seen with a social media presence, I do every ounce of it. I do every aspect. I'm my own social media manager. I'm my own manager. I'm my own editor. I do every fucking thing. It's exhausting. It's tiring. And at the end of the day, the people who claim, who care and have love for you do not support it. That is what pisses a bitch off. That is also recognized as not being personal anymore. But we're also keeping it a buck. That pisses a bitch off. Because you do know a lot of people do see the work that you're putting into a lot of the shit, but people will not support. Why? Hundreds and hundreds of people viewing my stories. How many of them are liking my posts? The specific post that I post on my feed that I also shared on my story, that hundreds and hundreds of view. But again, don't go like. Maybe they'll view the reel, but won't like it. So yay, I got all these views, right? From the people that are on my Instagram, but none of them like the video. So now the video isn't going to be pushed anywhere. It's just going to sit right there in the realm of people who've seen it. How shitty, right? How shitty. So, I don't take these things personal again. We're speaking on it from a state of healing. Trust me, this has been discussed in therapy, God knows how many times, and it has been worked through, and there is an understanding of why this does actually happen now. But like, it's so interesting to me because what brought this up was the fact that, I have a friend who released music recently, and they're like, damn, like my family, my friends, and all these people aren't supporting me, but random people on Twitter are. And it's the fact that this person is genuinely releasing music and the music does sound good, but nobody is supporting this person. So I'm going out of my way, retweeting all of their tweets because I have almost 2K followers. So my little old retweet is going to get you probably another 50 to 100 people to boost onto your views for that. Hello. You see how easy that was? Now the person's song just got seen by way more people. Help uplift the people that are in your lives that are working hard and trying to get somewhere. You would want that support. Well, and this isn't just about me. This is a general sense. Because that's so shitty. But it is what it is, right? It costs $0.0 to support your friends. Support your friends. Support the people that you care about. If you have no interest in supporting these people, you don't care about what they're doing or whatever, don't follow them. Do not. Well, it's not going to hurt nobody's feelings. If you haven't been engaging with anything that they're doing, you not following them is not going to hurt their feelings because you're like literally a fan. You're literally just watching to see what they do. And that's weird. Hello. At this point now, my personal Instagram has become a business. So I don't look at it any sort of way anymore. I am now doing what I love and thriving off of it. Truly. About 10 years ago, I told people I would be doing what I'm doing now. I had no doubts about it. I'm sure some people were like, sure you are. Good luck. Oh no, baby. I don't have the Kentucky mindset. I dream big. I not only dream big, bitch, I walk firmly in delusion. Okay? I am a Pisces. And let me tell you, when a bitch keep walking through that fucking delusion, it manifests a life. It's not even delusion. It's a manifestation. And some people will call it delusion because I walk firmly in this life that I want for myself, and I consistently watch it come to life. I'm watching everything that I said I would do come to life. If you're a person and you're listening to this and you feel like, oh, people don't support you and blah, 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 please remember, it does not matter who doesn't like it. All that matters is who does. Well, why the fuck do I care about X, Y, and Z? I'm about to cross 1 million views on YouTube. And it's not 1 million views on just a YouTube channel. It's not, it's not even your general YouTube channel. It is a brand. It's not a one-off person that has, created some creative title along with their name or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's a full-on brand that reaches beyond YouTube. Like, oh my God, I gotta eat that, bitch. Anyhow, love that for me, genuinely. Like a bitch ain't that. I really did. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, all right, y'all. That's really all I got. Like, that really is genuinely all I got. We had to come on here and have a little conversation because, I don't know, bitches is weird, but also at the same time, it's kind of like, don't do that. Stop doing that shit. If you see a friend post something, support them. Literally, just like they're real, like their posts. Go on about your day. Okay, it's not that serious. Likes do not matter. There was a time when bitches used to think, "Ooh, 300 likes matter," and I dead ass used to get 300 likes and shit like that on my Instagram posts and all that shit. But like, I hopped off Instagram for a few years. Yeah, for a few years. And once I came back, it was like this different energy. And like, maybe I posted 2019 when I met Normani, and I didn't post again for like 2 years. And when I came back, the engagements and the algorithm was just incredibly different. This was obviously over the pandemic. And I started posting Instagram stories where literally, y'all, I was like doing nothing but posting self-care. All I did was post self-care stories, how to deal with your mental health, how to structure it, how to go on about it, and all that stuff. Because I was like, if people are going to sit up here and click on my Instagram stories and get a look into my life and try to see what I'm up to, but don't really care to have a conversation with me or blah, 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 I'm going to give them something that's going to be useful to their own lives. And that's what the fuck I did. That's all I did every day throughout the pandemic. Every single day, y'all. I just put up self-care because you bitches obviously need help. And I'm here to help the people. That's that, okay? Now, that's all I really got to say for real. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for listening today. Indulge in self-care yourself. Whatever that may be, whether it's a nice cup of tea or a walk or whatever it may be, indulge. You deserve. There's a lot going on in the world and we need to take care of ourselves. If we don't put ourselves first, who the hell going to? Be so for real, okay? Now, I'm hopping off here. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to the That's Sowdev podcast, where you stay true and you stay you. Literally. That's all we want here. That's what the space is for. And there's no judgment. All right, y'all? There's just love. So take care of yourself. Love yourself. All the above. All right, y'all? I'm hopping off here. I appreciate you. Have a good one. Peace.